So, do you know the difference between a leading indicator and a lagging indicator? Do you use both? Should you use both? So, I got in this conversation the other day with another coach. So, I figured we talk about it on the channel. So, my name is Dean Channer. Welcome back to the channel. This is What Would Dean Ask? And tonight, let's talk about leading and lagging indicators. So, when it comes to agile metrics or agile indicators or KPIs, right, there really is two types and you need to be using both. So the idea of a leading indicator and a lagging indicator. So let's talk about the lagging indicators first. So these are the ones you're probably most familiar with. These are things like throughput, cycle time, God forbid velocity. You know, if you're talking about product metrics, these are things like your customer satisfaction score or your NPS. If you're talking about DevOps metrics, then this might be number of failed releases, things like that. What makes these lagging indicators is they all show the history. They show what happened in the past. That's why they're called lagging indicators. So the information is lagging in time, right? They're really good to show trends. They're really good so that you can spot maybe things that are in your process that may need changing. They're great for using in your Scrum retrospective and your inspect and adapt ceremony, what have you. Those are all really good leading indicators. Lagging indicators, right? It's easy to get them confused, right? I just got tongue tied just now, right? But you need both. So when we're talking about lagging indicators, like we said, we're talking about the history. So what you want to use those for is setting up trends and making sure that you're trending in the right direction. So with cycle time, right? Is my cycle time trending up? If my cycle time is trending up, then maybe I need to stop and figure out why, right? But you're not going to know that your cycle time is trending up until you get a certain set of features done. That's why they're lagging behind, right? Your customer satisfaction score, right? It takes time to get that data in, and then you got to go through the data, right? You're only going to see a change in your customer satisfaction score for every time that you go and actually poll your customers. That's probably only going to be maybe once, twice, no more than maybe once a quarter, so 4 times a year. So that's your customer satisfaction score. Lagging indicator. Now, what's the difference between a lagging indicator and then a leading indicator? So a leading indicator is then going to show you something that might happen, right? It's leading to what may happen. So a good example of a leading indicator would say, obviously my favorite metric, the aging chart. It also may be something like number of clicks on a website, or number of abandoned carts in a website, or last or number of failed check-ins, right? Didn't pass tests, right? Those are all leading indicators. They're not saying there's a problem. They're not saying that something has changed. They're saying something might be changing, right? So if let's go back to our aging chart. We've talked about aging charts on this channel before, and I'll link the video down below. So if we've got a bunch of items on our aging charts that are getting old, right? So let's say that normally we're looking to try to close out items in the 1 to 3 day range, right? But we've got items on the chart 3, 4, 5, 10 days old. So that's a leading indicator for a lot of things. So it's obviously going to be leading that our cycle time is going to go up in the future, right? It also may but it's also telling us that there's a problem. There might be a problem, rather, that we want to go solve right now. What is causing those to age? So it's information that we can use to make a change today, so we may actually not cause that cycle time to go up, because we might be able to fix it, whatever that impediment is or that blockage that's causing those things to age. Maybe we can get the team to swarm on it. We can solve it now today, and we can get them closed. And so we can actually get that feature out to the customers on time. Customer stays happy, but it's because we're looking at those leading indicators that we're adjusting it. But if we're not looking at the lagging indicators too, then we don't know if what we did was the right choice. So whenever you're putting together your dashboard, I encourage you to make sure you have a good set of both leading and lagging indicators. So with leading indicators, like I mentioned, aging is always going to be my number one favorite process. Indicator. Again, something like failed or abandoned carts, number of clicks, right, is going to be good product one. But your lagging indicators, things like CSAT, cycle time, right, you're going to want those to balance out so you can see if you're making the right choices based on those leading indicators to affect the lagging indicators. Revenue, right? Revenue is a lagging indicator. Abandoned carts could be a good indicator that your revenue is going to go down, right? You're not actually making the sales. There's something keeping you from making the sales that you need to meet, that you want to make, so maybe your revenue is going to go down. So leading indicators, lagging indicators, yes, you need both. And yes, they need to complement and balance each other. You need to react to the leading indicators swiftly, so that you're trying to figure out if there's a problem ahead. You want to act to the lagging indicators slowly, right? That information is slow to come in. So don't overreact to those lagging indicators, right? You only want to react to those lagging indicators when there's a strong signal that something's going on. And that's when you do a deep retrospective, deep inspect and adapt, continuous learning cycle to go figure out what's going on. And even then, you may need to go look to a set of leading indicators to help you figure out what you don't like in that lagging indicator. So leading indicators, lagging indicators, use both on your dashboard. We're going to talk. We're excited to get this channel back going again. We're going to talk some more about different types of metrics over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, you know the drill. We'll see you next time. Thank you.